one. Hey, welcome back, my brothers. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Reality Sports Rap. We're gonna do a recap of week number two. But I gotta point the attention to my brother Jeff Green right there. He's got it
Yo,
on
yo,
headgear. He got the gloves on. What a fight,
yo.
ladies and gentlemen. What a fight. We're gonna get into all of that. Highlights and lowlights. Because there's a lot to talk about this week. Starting with myself, Molly Bricks, Curtis, and my brother Jeff. How y'all doing today?
Yo, man, doing good,
Wonderful.
man.
What's
Doing good,
happening?
P Boogie. My man
Yes,
Brick.
sir.
My
Everything's
man
good.
Curtis, don't call me Blow Williams. Hey, man, good to be here, brother, with you, all of you brothers, man.
Yes, sir.
I am
Yes, sir.
I am
Absolute.
overflowing with excitement, man, about this fight. As you can see, the head get on. Let's get to it. Let's get
Let's
to
get
it.
to it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, listen, let's touch on that fight. Let's talk about some things about that fight real quick, and then we'll go into some of the highs and lows of week number two of the NFL season.
Hmm.
So, I'll start out with this, and then I'll pass it around. I got to tell you this. I got to just use one word to describe that fight, and I got to say clinic. I think it was a masterpiece by Crawford. To be honest with you, I
Yeah.
think that when the post game interview came out, Canelo had some things to say, but I like the fact that they were both humble and respectful of each
Hmm.
other's craft, and there were some other things that went on after that fight that I know you guys are going to touch on. But Jeff, what was your thoughts, man, on just the outcome? I guess I'll start there.
The outcome, actually, I have nothing but the utmost respect for both fighters. I have the utmost respect for any man who steps into that squared ring because you can actually lose your life in there. So it
Mm.
takes a lot of heart. You don't play boxing. It's serious. It's probably one of the most dangerous martial arts that you can actually learn and master. And we saw a true master at his craft and at work on Saturday night.
Who did you
Um,
pick?
I had Crawford to win. I had Crawford to
Okay.
win. My take was if he was able to keep him on the outside, touch him, touch him, frustrate him, keep moving, and when he could come in and sit in the pocket and get out of there. And he did that. He took him to school. And hey, I mean, what do you expect? It is September. School has started. So
Oh, wait. Okay.
he,
Okay, brother. I love it.
listen,
You're right.
Ooh.
The school was in session.
the
Kurt, what you
school's in
think,
session.
man? Yeah, Kurt, what did you think, man?
I had Crawford on my little pool that we did. I had him by unanimous decision initially.
Hmm.
I didn't think it was as close as it was on the judges' scorecards. Um, I thought Canelo over his last several fights was slowing, and I thought Crawford would get the best of him, and he did. Crawford, respectable gentleman, gave him his belts back, which was very respectable, impressive. Canelo, like you said, humbled, gave Crawford all the praise. I know the press wants to get into some friendly back and forth in reference to the Floyd Mayweather discussion that Canelo said Crawford's much better than Floyd, and so be it.
Didn't
But
say
I don't.
necessarily much better. Didn't say much better. Just to be clear, what he said just surprised me. He just said,
Mhm.
look, and I gotta go with Molly on this one because actually Molly and Jeff, I gotta go with both of y'all. One thing, this guy fought everybody. He fought everybody the best that there was. But the comment that he said about, hey, I think he's better than Mayweather. He said he may be better than Mayweather. That's
So
what
you're
he
Well,
said.
saying Floyd didn't fight? So you're saying Floyd didn't fight everybody?
No, oh no, I'm not saying that at all. I have
Okay,
to kind of,
okay,
I got to kind of
okay.
take the low road on this one. I want to hear what you guys got to say. But,
well,
but to your
the thing
point, that's what it was.
actually,
And I
styles
like
make fights. Styles
right,
make
Hmm.
but
fights. And you have to look
Crawford
at the time when they fought. You have to look at the time when they
and
fought.
Crawford said it
So the thing
absolutely.
is,
Crawford.
you had Canelo who fought Mayweather at his prime. Mayweather was 36, 37 at the time. When he fought Mayweather, what was he, 22, 23, if
22,
I'm
23.
not mistaken? So the thing is, the difference and disparity in experience was very vast. Even though Canelo became a professional fighter at the age of 15. You're in there at 15, you're fighting grown men and you're winning. So, from a technical standpoint, he was not ready to fight Mayweather. But we're talking now at two men and their prime. Probably he's talking about punching power. He's talking about being deceptive. He's talking about just overall skills, overall heart. Um, that's where I believe he was coming from. That
Yeah.
at this point and stage in their careers, at the age, this guy seemed a lot better than Mayweather, and that's probably what he meant.
All right. Well, Brick, I gotta ask you now, right? So, we talked. Both of you guys said the same thing about the age, right, and when they fought, and what have you.
Yeah.
So, what? Give me your spin on. Give me your take on that. Just that age part.
Yeah. Well, again, you dealing with see one thing about boxing is two factors that I know that can diminish a boxer, and that's age and weight. Constantly gaining weight over the years, that definitely changes your performance. So I don't know if he was having flashbacks in the ring of Mayweather, because Crawford definitely had a lot of Mayweather's mannerisms when he was fighting. You could tell who he looked up to when he was fighting. A lot of shoulder roll, that all of that, and even some of the. Here's another. This is one of the main things he did that Mayweather is known for. When Canelo would hit him with a power punch, boom, he would look at him and say, "That's a mind thing." When you're
Psychological.
boxing,
Yes.
that's psychological. You're saying, "Nah, that ain't do nothing. You hit me with your hardest shot, you did nothing." And he was sticking his tongue out at him, taunting him and all that. That was all Mayweather. He hit him with them combinations, more combinations, cleaner punches, and he had more rhythm.
So,
And
do you think this?
ultimately, that just made Canelo delusional, and he couldn't figure him out. Now, I
So, do you
knew
think this taunting? Do you think the taunting and stuff affected his performance?
It can
do
definitely
it
frustrate you.
absolutely. No matter
But
how
then there's
strong you
nothing
are,
more. It's okay. I'm sorry, Brick.
yeah. No matter how focused you are going into a fight, when you're giving it all you got and you starting to get winded, and you coming with some of your best shots, and somebody like, get your ass out of here.
Yeah, I can't
You
hurt
think
this
that's what
motherfucker.
bother you? You ever
I
been
ain't
in an
hurt this
argument
motherfucker yet.
with somebody? If you look at the Breakfast Club today, Dame Dash, I mean, it was absurd. Him and Charlemagne was going at it, and Charlemagne kept triggering him. He kept getting up and walking off. I was like, oh, it's entertaining, but it's kind of childish. He kept getting triggered because Charlemagne was saying all the right buttons. Like, he really can't stand that dude. So yeah, absolutely, it mattered in that ring. So
And
yeah,
You got
that's
the
like
point.
that's like in football. You go to tackle a cat in the open field, and he
yeah,
shake you, and you
yeah,
tackle in air,
yeah.
and that keeps happening. You're gonna get frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Or Kurt, and you quarterback,
That
you
ain't never happened
dropping
to me.
back, and you
Yeah.
read the field, and you
Mm-hmm.
throw a pass, and this dude pick it off. Like, yo, where this joker come from?
Definitely.
Or he's now batting
Okay.
down your ball.
Mm-hmm.
This
Okay.
you got this DB who's pressing you at the line, and he's
Mm-hmm.
dead in your back pocket. You can't get rid of this cat.
Definitely
It becomes
doubt.
frustrating. Becomes
Definitely.
frustrating,
Okay.
and
Okay.
that's
Definitely.
So, I'm gonna tell you guys where Kurt and I had a conversation about this, like that Sunday morning, and and he asked me to save this for all of you guys to actually form this question. And what came up was the fact that I talked about why did Canelo bring up Floyd Mayweather? And I think he brought his name up, in my opinion, just out of respect for Crawford and a lot of what Molly said about his style and kind of what he, I guess, what he experienced from that previous fight that he had with Mayweather when he was younger. But the question is this, because boxers have egos, and when your name is brought up at a fight, the people around you are going to question, why did he bring your name up? So the question I ask is this: if in fact there is some talks about the entertaining of a fight between these two, because really they're both undefeated. Neither one of these guys have lost a fight. And that zero is such a precious thing in the boxing game. What
Now,
do you, right? Sure is. But what do you guys think? Not to say that it will happen, but if Mayweather was to entertain a fight after he's been out for Kurt, how many years you said he was out now,
You know what?
out of boxing?
I gotta correct myself. When the other day when we were talking about it, I think I said he was in his like early 40s. He's 48.
Right,
he'll get hurt. He'll get hurt.
right, right.
He
Okay.
died. He'd die in the ring. He would die in the ring.
He would
Well,
get
well,
hurt.
hold on now. Well, hold on now. I'm just saying though. Like, I didn't want to go that far on what we think would happen. Like, that's too far to go. But I'm just saying, money, right? His name is Floyd Money Mayweather. You know how much he loved money. He travels with money. Okay. If he were to entertain an opportunity to perhaps fight Crawford in what would probably be, again, one of these biggest fights of the century thing, what do you guys think that number would be that he would
What
entertain it
what
for
is
that
that
purpose?
song that
He would
line
easily get
that
100 million. He would
Hold
easily
on,
get 100 million.
hold on, Jeff. Hold on, Jeff. Go ahead, Mom.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mom.
Floyd would easily get $100 million. That's without a doubt. He won't to come back and
And
you
think about
talking.
this. Hold on. Think about this.
Hold
Think about
on,
this.
hold on.
Old
Go
boy
ahead,
got
Mom. Hold on,
150.
Jeff. Hold
Old
on,
boy got
Kurt. Kurt,
150.
hold on.
He got
Kurt,
150.
hold on. Let him finish this stuff because this is what I was saying to you. Go ahead, Molly.
Yeah. He would easily get $100 million. That's without a doubt. To be coming out of retirement, 200 million. I said easily. I
Wait
said
a minute.
easily.
But you said 100 million, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Kurt,
easy.
go ahead.
Well, you know, that's what I said. I said,
Kurt.
think about it. I said Canelo got 150, he said, I already banged Canelo. That's what he would be saying. I already banged Canelo. I want
Yeah.
two. And that's what he would say. To come
Oh, he
out
would
at
Okay.
48?
all day.
There's
At
no
Right,
way.
$48.
Jeff.
There's no way.
Jeff,
And
what you
another
think
thing,
that
Jeff.
purse would be? Okay.
yeah, the thing is, I know we talk about purse, but
Yeah.
I'm taking a line from Kendrick Lamar's song. How much does a dollar really cost?
And
Is
this
your life worth a dollar? Because once
and
he gets in that ring with Crawford, no
yeah,
matter how much they pay him, Crawford's got a mean streak. He's a nasty cat.
yeah.
He would kill you in that ring, especially
So,
Mayweather. He gonna
so
talk
we
stuff.
we
Big
gotta
50.
understand. Jeff, I'm a boxing fan. You're a boxer/boxing fan. It's not like Mayweather hasn't been active. He's been active, just
It's a
not again.
difference. It's a
Just not
difference.
again.
Oh, you're
He's
right,
been
but he
active.
has still been active. He is,
He's
It's
and
been
a
this is what
active.
the point I was
difference.
trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
And
a
he's
and
been
difference. We
active,
ain't talking
man.
about. We could say that he's been active, and you put him in the ring with Andre Berto. No
Mhm.
disrespect to Andre Berto, but we're putting him in there with a generational talent who's
and
nasty.
who's also sparred Mayweather on numerous occasions.
And did
That's
you ever
where he
hear what
got some of his,
Mayweather said
that's
about
where
him?
he got some of his skill from. So what did Mayweather quote?
He said, "Listen, man." He said he's in this position for a reason. It
Yeah,
reminds me a lot of myself. You
yeah,
saw it. You
yeah.
saw it.
Jeff,
And
I'm with you,
listen,
Jeff. He'd never get in the ring. Never would he get in the ring.
no,
I
no.
think I'm gonna keep it real with you.
As
200,
respect for him, as respect,
talking
if
200.
it was me, I would decline that. I wouldn't even get in the ring with him, like you said. I wouldn't get.
Now, Press said, how would he, what would he entertain? Yeah, 200 would make him sit up in his bed. Like,
And
huh?
what weight would
But
they
he's going to lay
fight?
back down. Like, nah.
They would
Now
have
the
to
thing
fight
Right,
at
is
and I
too,
think,
154, and he's
and
not coming
see,
down to 154. no more. He
No,
said, I'm
Right.
not going
they
down.
probably have to go to a catch weight, probably 157,
157
160.
is
157, 160. Floyd
yeah,
Mayweather probably walks around with that now, being that he's about
yeah,
48, 49 years old.
yeah,
So he
yeah,
probably walks around with that. So the thing is, like you said, he's a constant dude. He stays in the gym. He's a gym rat,
yeah.
constantly works out.
Absolutely.
So he would strip down a little bit,
Yeah,
rehydrate. But
yeah,
for Crawford will have to, he probably walks around about 190.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
185, 190. So he
Yep,
will have to come down to that 160. He was
definitely.
stripped down, but that wouldn't be difficult for him to do. But Floyd Mayweather will have to stay. And then we got to also think about stamina. It's different
Yeah,
when you're in there, you're sparring, you're joking around, you're
yeah,
grabbing.
yeah.
But a real fight where your adrenaline's flowing, you're really
Hmm.
getting hit, no headgear. You
Yeah,
fight with smaller gloves. These
yeah.
gloves right here, these are sparring gloves. These 16 ounces. 8
Hmm.
ounces is like you got a mitten on from Macy's. It's a
Yeah,
big
but they
difference.
probably would have 16-ounce gloves in a
No,
fight like that.
what are you gonna fight? What are you gonna fight? A 16-ounce
Nah,
gloves?
you ain't doing
Nah.
that.
So
Mm-mm.
what?
Mm-mm.
No, you're
Okay,
not.
so what glove?
That's like asking the Steelers and the Cowboys to play Thanksgiving and wear flags. No, we ain't
That's
wearing no 16-ounce gloves.
that's the thing. It depends on who got the negotiating power.
True. And with that being said,
In that
that's why
instance,
with that being said, you see all of the possibilities or all of the stuff that they would have to go through to make that fight even happen. And that's
yeah,
kind of what I said to Kurt. Do I think it's going to happen? Absolutely not. But when you're talking about money and the pundits talking about the fact that both of these guys got zeros at the end of their records,
yeah.
zeros. Those zeros are precious. But what number, what dollar are you going to be able to say you would risk that zero? What would that
Listen,
dollar amount be? And that's why I wanted to
Half
pose
a
it to you
billion.
guys.
but
Half a
the thing
billion.
is, what we go ahead, Kurt. I apologize.
No, go ahead. I'm just yelling out a number.
What we have to do, and what we have to stop doing as a culture, once one of our revered athletes fall, make mistakes, or obtain a loss, we want to toss them aside. Did you hear those Mexican fans? Regardless of whether it was lost, whether he got schooled or not, they stood by their dude. And now we've made it to where we've gotten away from the Hearns, Haglers, Sugar Ray Leonards, and we got away from uh, uh, Ali and those guys. Those guys lost. Those guys fought each other, and it was a part of the business. Not where you get a loss and you're thrown away, or you get a loss, or you want to go fight your grandmother's roommate at the nursing home because you're afraid of a loss. It happens. It's
But you
just the
know what,
special
Jeff?
one.
But you know what, Jeff? That is what is a result of things like pay-per-view, right? All those fighters that you mentioned, a lot of people never seen them lose. They probably even seen a fight in a lot of cases. They just know historians what they told them what the record was. Boxing now, with the advent of these so-called exhibition fights, they attract very casual fans. So I really wouldn't take that to heart. But some of these younger people, yeah, it's a new generation. They're finicky. Yeah, they want to toss you aside because you lost. But I think all of us here know that we definitely respect Canelo. Like I said,
Oh,
he's one of these guys. I compare him, as the new what's his name from Georgia, heavyweight from Georgia. Um, Damn, I can't remember his name right now. It's been a while. Fort Mike
Evander.
Tyson, but
Evander.
Evander Holyfield. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Evander Holyfield had that moniker. He fought everybody.
Mhm.
He
but they
fought
all
everybody.
did back then.
They
They
all
all
did
did.
back
Right,
then.
Yeah,
Right. They
They
yeah,
all
right.
all
did.
did.
absolutely.
And the
See, you
thing
hear what I'm
is,
Um,
saying?
we talked about ego earlier. As an athlete, or you being top of your craft, no matter whatever you do, whether you sell cars, whether you're a school teacher, athlete, boxer, whatever you do, you have to have a form of an ego to be good at what you do. So these dudes
Yeah.
do have egos. And as a person, you don't think there's anything that you can't do. You don't think there's anyone that you can't beat. You will think as a rapper, there's no one that you can't battle and bust them. because you are at the top of your craft, and you don't get there without having an ego. It's
And if
just
somebody willing to pay you for it, it gets higher.
That's why,
Absolutely.
but that's why Dana White has entered the building. Shout out to Dana White. He was a part of. This is the reason this fight happened. Dana White and
and the Sheik.
and the Sheik and
Right.
a few other guys.
Right.
But he has that stability over there in the UFC. Like, they don't get to duck the best. They got to fight each other, and I love it. They
And for
have to
a
fight.
third of the money. A third of the money.
Great point. Great point.
Certain fighters. So
Yeah, great point.
hopefully, that he's bringing that same situation over to boxing, because boxing has gotten tainted. I think a lot of the fighters have gotten too much power, and there's nothing wrong with having power, but like, it's like the old record industry. It was too many. What do you call gatekeepers? I'm okay. You got too much negotiating power now. Now your head big. Now you wanna wait. Now I'll fight you when I feel like it. Yeah, I need this much money. I'm the A side. Yeah, you got to go on my terms. Nah, they gotta listen. The UFC said you're fighting on this day.
Right. But you know what, Brick? A lot of those guys have been exploited for so many years, especially via Don King. We're gonna talk about Bob Arum, what he did to Crawford, which led Crawford to go independent. Bob Arum protected Manny Pacquiao for years. He didn't want Pacquiao to fight Crawford. He knew he couldn't beat no Crawford. But Manny Pacquiao was the cash cow. You got a lot of those dudes that come in, like Vargas' son came in there with a balloon record of 17-0. What was he in Tijuana fighting in the bars? Because
but listen,
that cat from the cat from the Scottish cat put something on him.
Listen, boxing fans. I'm a boxing fan. I don't give a damn about who your cash cow is. I want to see the best fight the best. When I watch the NBA, I want to see the best team in the playoffs play another good team in the playoffs. I don't care.
Good point. And we're gonna leave it at that. And good point. We're gonna leave it at that right now. We're gonna pick this up about boxing history. We'll check out that next fight right now.